do you think, man? You like it's like McDonald's? I'm loving it. So what's the plan? What you got?
Well, that 4-door piece plan to work.
You got a piece from a 4-door in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? For free.
Yeah, for free.
But it's a different shape.
Yeah. The 2-door one goes straight out here and then curves up. This one goes up that way, up that way. And the 2-door one has like little flange coming out to be able to weld to the.
So this is a dud. What's good from it?
Probably just save the outer skin in case that little shape right here.
Yeah. Bummer. So you're just gonna make pieces?
Yeah.
Well, it should be able to weld it quick because you ain't worried about warping nothing, huh?
This side would be pretty easy because this still has most of the
Original stuff.
yeah. And right here just it's flat and then just curves up.
So it's flat and it curves up to this piece, and then your drip rail goes on under the skin.
Yeah.
And then the skin comes down, so you have to make the piece for the skin.
Yeah.
That's why you cut under the seam right here. Alright. Alright, man, I'll let you do that.
Hopefully it works. flat against that, but it has a little curve. So we push it in, push it. You see? Push it out.
I think it goes up like that.
Goes right there, but you gotta like pull it down.
Now you got to be able to put that on too. So I think it's got to go forward. Probably about right there. I have to cut it.
But you gotta push it against it or what? I don't know. It's like, you see it's flared out. It's not sitting flush against that. Well, here's not close.
It's big in the back. And the other one's already cut off. I have to cut it and bend it. Because on the other side it's up against it.
Yeah.
Cut it right here and bend this.
Try putting that thing on there. About this one, this thing.
That one's cleaner? Yeah, you can cut these, man.
Huh?
They're too long.
It ain't gonna go right here on the trunk like this because it's already a job putting it on. Maybe.
It's twisted.
Yeah, no, this one.
It's the right length.
Yeah. Alright, it's on. So the back doesn't go all the way down. You got to start from the front. The front goes all the way. But the back don't. are at the back, you try and get that right there, then you're sort of. I guess.
Start in the front and wherever it lands in the back.
Yeah. Plus, you need to allow for the trim here and here.
Yeah, you need a little space here.
But I would
How do you know how far in to put it?
Huh?
How do you know how far in to put it?
Well, here in the back I have a margin, but
Oh.
in the front I have a margin.
Come on, you can't give up that easy. Are you contemplating all your life's choices right now?
Hey, so I'll take this one apart right now. Take that one apart, take the bottom piece off.
No, what are you gonna do?
Take this one apart to get this bottom piece out.
You're gonna use that?
I'll use sections of that piece with me. Oh, you don't have to put me in this.
All right, so we're at the end of the day here. Unfortunately, at around what, 3 o'clock,
Yeah,
power went out.
3:30.
3:30, the power went out. We were banking on putting at least another 3 hours in, and man, the wind blew a little bit and the power went out, you know. So they said it wasn't going to come back on till 7:30 at night, so that was pretty much, you know, time to wrap it up. So we didn't get as much done as we wanted to, or Bobby didn't, I should say. He did most of this work. But one thing that I wanted to talk about was, well, for one, I mean, look at the drip rail. You know what I mean? It's gone. Put your finger all the way up in the roof. It's gone. Okay. The roof skin, we had to cut it. Back here, this section right here, you know, that's livable. You know, patch that, and then when you get in here, it's gone. There's nothing there. So we kind of been looking for a replacement roof, okay? Because this is a conversation that me and him had, was if we could have found a replacement roof that's solid, 62, 3, or 4, right? You cut it right here, or actually right here if it's a 63, 64. You cut it right here, and you cut it under where this trim goes, right? Take the whole roof off. Replace the roof. And then we would have to reinstall the 44-inch moonroof, which we have a jig. We have a jig to do that. So essentially you're looking at 2 days worth of work. 1 day to cut the roof and put it on, another day to cut the hole for the moonroof. Okay? That's actually faster than trying to fix all this. So we talked about that option, and of course you can't find one when you need one, so you know, kind of waiting about a month to try and find one that was decent enough. The problem is the ones that we found were almost in the same condition. So at that point, what are you buying? So he found a four-door post car, a four-door, I believe 62, might have been 61 post car, with solid roof rails up in Tulsa, which is about 8 hours north of here, and for free. So I was like, shit, man, go get it, you know?
Okay.
And so he went and got it, brought it back home, and brought it today. And or actually last weekend, but we didn't mess with it. Mess with it today, and the structure is not the same as a two-door hardtop.
Ooh.
So the shape is almost there. So we were like, okay, well, if the shape is almost there, you can like make some pie cuts and like bend some stuff and make it fit. But it wasn't that. It was the actual inner structures are not the same from a four-door post car to a two-door hardtop. So unfortunately, scratch that idea. So, you know, at that point, Bobby was looking like a little whipped pup. You know, I mean, it was depressing because we thought we had what we needed, and boom, we hit another brick road, and man, what do? You know? So think about it, regroup. And I said, man, you're gonna have to do it piece by piece. Just like the entire car has been, you do it piece by piece. So
at what point does he just buy a different car?
Okay.
Is that an option?
Yay and nay. Yay and nay. Because although this looks like crap, you know, the firewall looks like crap, the dash, all that is going to get bare metal anyways. The door jams and all that, when we get the mobile sandblaster out here, it's going to get all sandblasted and boom, hit it with epoxy, and it's all brand new.
Better. Okay.
It's going to look, right now this thing is a 200 colors.
Yeah.
Once it's one color, it looks like a totally different car. So
this is the major hurdle right now.
this right now is the last hurdle for the metalwork. We already put the floor, we already did the firewall, we already did the quarters, we already gapped all the trunk, we gapped the door jambs to the rockers. There's a ton of hours, hundreds of hours in this car already. And this is like the last hurdle. So what I keep telling, you know, Bobby is, hey man, once you're done with this,
It's all downhill.
this is gonna go quick.
Yeah.
That's a brand new quarter panel. That's gonna block down.
It looks better already
Yeah,
with
sure.
just the quarter panel.
Blocking that is cake. The trunk is in good shape. That's cake. These doors, they're not rusted. That's cake. The firewall's easy. He's got good fenders. I'm like, man, you know, it looks like you're trying to jump 10 hurdles at one time.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You jump one at a time. Before you know it, you're going to get to the 10th one, and you're finished.
So now what's the plan?
Now the plan, he spent some time cutting all this crap out, and then we realized that it wasn't going to fit. So then he started working on the other side. We'll take you to the other side and show you that.
Okay. Oh, we need a beer to talk about the other side. Is it that
Okay,
bad?
so for starters, the passenger side isn't as bad as the driver's side. Okay, so it's kind of like,
What do y'all think at home?
Yeah, it's kind of like I mean, like I can't stick my hand in here.
So it's still a little more solid.
So it's kind of like, you know, let's attack baby steps. Baby steps, kind of like paying off debt, you know what I mean? Baby steps. So we started down here. Now, one thing to note on this car, man, when he bought this car, him and I believe Johnny went down there, bought this car. It had the drip rail, had the roof rail stainless, it had all the stainless on it.
So you couldn't see all this.
You could not see. We did not know this was on this car.
Would that have changed you buying the car?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You wouldn't have bought it?
I don't buy cars that have the roof rusted.
Yeah.
Because if the roof is rusted,
It all was downhill from there.
man, yeah.
Who knows what else is underneath.
So I would have not recommended buying this car had we known that the roof rails are rusted. Now we factored in lower quarters, you know, front and rear. That's almost any car.
Yeah,
you know.
that's a
We
given.
factored that in. Floors, you know, oh yeah. For a lot of people, that just rolls off their tongue. Needs floors and rockers. Like, that's so easy to say, but man, that's a buttload of work.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So, knowing what we know now, which kind of goes back to the way I like to buy cars. I like to buy cars in pieces. I don't like to buy cars, you know, driving down the street assembled, because you never know what's under the paint. We can make this look shiny. I'd rather buy it in pieces. And like I say, with the trim on, you know, there's no fault of Bobby's or Johnny's. None of this was visible.
Yeah.
And the roof was primer. You think, you know, I mean, you know. So anyways, enough of that. What I was getting to is that none of these repairs need to be metal finished. If the trim was on and you didn't know that it was gone, then why spend a bunch of time metal finishing, you know, all these little wells and making everything look pretty when all you can do is put the trim right back on?
Yeah, you're never gonna see that.
What we're trying to aim for is the structural integrity, make it strong again, make the trim fit again, and we're done.
Yeah.
So he got this section done.
Well,
Like I
that's
say,
pretty good.
he showed up, you know, about 10. By the time we got started, it was about 11. Worked until 3:30.
And he was feeling sick.
Yeah, he was sick too. So we got this he got this section done. We're working on this section. He got this in. Now this has a contour, and all he used, I don't know if it's still in here. He just hammered a piece of sheet metal over a bumper bracket to get it round. I mean, we're going really super basic hand tools. We don't have any metal shaping tools. We don't have any fancy anything, man. We're going with a vise.
By hand.
A vise and a hammer in the back on a steel table. And it doesn't look pretty, don't get me wrong, but again, the trim covers up everything. So there's like 3 layers of this. So what it is this right here is good. Okay. You know, pretty much all the way. Loses a little bit right here, add a little bit there, but pretty much all the way. So we need to finish putting this piece on. You have to cut this out and finish this underneath.
Yeah,
Okay. Then
So he's gonna cut this off.
yeah, that's gone. And it needs to be like this, all the way underneath this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Once that's done, then the drip rail is gonna go on. It goes on under, if I'm not mistaken,
It's underneath.
it goes underneath the roof skin. This one's been cut. He's got two sets. But this is gonna go, this one's been cut, like I say. This goes under the roof skin. Okay? Like that.
Like that.
Okay? Like that. Okay, we're looking better already just by doing that.
Yeah.
And then the roof skin comes down and mimics this. Okay, it's gonna come down and meet that, another little skin, which he was able to save that little contour off of the 4-door roof.
So
So,
you can duplicate that.
yeah. And then of course you're gonna...
So he'd have to shape whatever piece he cuts. He'd have to shape that too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of, you know, tedious stuff, but I was actually impressed with the way the stainless drip rail fit. This is original stainless drip rail. on the
so you put the
reproduction.
trim on there.
On the
Oh.
reproduction drip rail body part, I guess you can call it. I was pretty impressed with that. It's not on there, you know, completely, but it's almost there. So that being said, there's some things to consider whenever you're doing this. Is I would start in the front. That's important, because if you go down too far, this is probably too far.
So where does it need to sit in the front?
Right here.
Right at the edge.
Yeah. Because what happens is if you come down too far back here,
Then you can't fit the trim on.
you can't put the trim on.
Yeah.
Now, you know, before we put any paint or anything on this, we're gonna mock up all the trim, make sure it fits. Drill what needs to be drilled, cut and fit, and all that stuff. It's just a long, really long process.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like an extra.
And most of it you don't even see.
It's crazy because when they bought the car, I didn't see any of it.
Yeah. That's
Any of it.
yeah.
That's
And when it's fixed, you won't see any of it.
right. Right. So the plan is this is going to be like kind of part one of the drip rail. I mean, that looks good right there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the gaps look
he's
good.
using this well-through primer, this zinc rattle can stuff for now. But we do plan on having a mobile sandblaster come out. I'm going to blast pretty much what we did on the
Everything,
60,
yeah.
the firewall, the dash, the door jams,
Everything.
all up in here. Probably not the doors and the quarters. We'll take those down mechanically. But
Yeah, because the last time you did that, they got warped.
it got warped. So you don't want to have
Don't
a
do
sandblast.
that.
No. You don't want to have a sandblaster sandblast your trunk, your hood, unless they really know what they're doing. And if they really do know what they're doing, they're gonna
They might recommend don't do it.
that too, or they're gonna charge accordingly.
Yeah.
When I prefer to take it down mechanically, which is, you know, either by hand or a tool, and gradually, or maybe you probably have to use some OSFO. It's going to be a few steps to get all this stuff off.
Yeah.
You know, because like this is all checked. It's checked lacquer paint. We're gonna have to really get down on that. But there is some light at the end of the tunnel. This is very discouraging right now.
Well, it can feel very discouraging, but
Plus, then it's hot.
and it's hot. That makes it more miserable to have to do it.
It's hot. You're working with a welder and a grinder and long sleeves and eyeglass. You know, and it's hot. And hopefully you have some cold to drink. But
And it's frustrating.
it's frustrating, you know, because it's just a lot of work, man. And what's crazy is none of this was visible when they bought the car. So it's kind of got a little more than we bargained for, but I have faith that Bobby knows what he's doing. He's really good at this whole piece.
He's good at that kind of stuff. This is
know.
right up his alley.
Sure. And this is looking good. So we just imagine this right here. It's gonna be the whole thing. We're gonna make
I mean,
this,
that looks good already, what
Sure.
he just did.
and it's solid. So it's gonna be a 3-part video. This is the first part. I think the second part will bring you back when we'll probably get this one done. Third part, show you the finished product. This car's just been a lot of work, man. But we had a couple people that say, "Man, why would you want to cut the roof off if you have the 44 roof moonroof installed?" And like I say, we have the jig for that. We can install the moonroof. You know, with 3 of us here, we could do it in a day.
Yeah.
So if we had a roof, cut the roof off, chunk it, put a new roof on, one day, next day install the 44, and we're done.
Yeah.
Versus 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day. That's 5 weekends.
Yeah.
So if we were able to find a roof, we would have done that. We couldn't. I mean, yeah, if we sit and wait, yeah, one will probably come along. Who knows where it's at?
Yeah.
You got to go
that's
pick
the
it
thing.
up.
You gotta
Is
go
it?
get it.
It definitely ain't down the road.
Yeah.
You know, who
Is it
knows
even in
where?
Texas?
Sure, and how much?
Yeah.
So I think we're better off, man. I got plenty of scrap sheet metal from the firewalls that I do. We got all the metal we need to fix this. So it's just one of those things, man. It just keeps the wheels turning. But like I say, the roof rails are the last of the metal working, and the car looks like shit. Don't get me wrong, But
Yeah.
if this thing, once this thing is all one color, it's gonna look like a whole different vehicle, man. Once this thing is all one color, the price goes up $10,000.
Hey, that little piece looks better already, and it's
Yeah.
one color.
It goes up $10,000 when it's one color. Trust me. This, it looks like shit. It looks like shit, but
Yeah.
trust me, man. I see the finished product already. I can see through it.
Well, we're all glad at home that you can see.
I can see it, man, because you know, and then if it's only one person working on their car, man, this is extremely overwhelming.
Yeah.
To uncover this type of thing,
I'm just watching
it's
y'all and it's
almost
overwhelming.
defeating. If you're by yourself and you have no support, it's defeating.
Yeah.
But hey, man, that's what I want to offer with the channel, is that support. That, hey, man, little inch at a time. Look, here's a good example, man. There's two pieces. Little piece right here, little piece right here. He did that whole thing right here. Why? Because we don't have metal shaping tools. We don't specialize in any of this.
Yeah.
Little piece here, big piece there.
And it's not even like perfect either.
No, but you weld it in, you grind it down, and it looks like this.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we're gonna sandblast it all and boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
But we're doing this with basic tools, man. We're not a professional. We're not metal finishing professionals. But hey, man, we get it done. And that's the whole point of the channel, is to motivate people to, you can do this too.
Look how bad that looks.
I'm telling you, what's crazy is you didn't see any of it.
No.
You didn't see any of that, man. And Johnny knows what he's looking at when they go look at a car, man. So
Yeah. And you could see the line right here where
yeah, man.
the trim sat. So all that was below.
Yep. It's crazy. But like I say, the good thing is, man, we already did the floors, we did the corners, the firewall's done. These are solid doors. He's got solid fenders. The moonroof is installed. The trunk is solid. Dash is good. We're gonna get it, man. We're gonna get it. Have faith. You got faith?
So now it's go Team Bobby.
Yeah, man. I mean, he helped me out a lot, you know, with my car.
Time to return the favor.
Sure, absolutely, man. And unfortunately today, the wind blew and we lost power. It's crazy. Well, I was geared up too. I was like, man, hey, we're not gonna work on the 60. We're gonna work on your car. I'm gonna have it out there ready. Be here, boom, 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 and then we lose power. But hey, don't trip, man. We're on nobody's time. We're on our own time.
That is true.
You know, you wait on yourself.
Yeah.
You don't gotta wait on other people's excuses. We just wait on ourselves. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little update here, man. I know a lot of people have been asking about how we're gonna repair these roof rails, drip rails, and that's how, man. Adding metal where there ain't, and welding it up and sanding it and grinding it, sanding it smooth, painting it. You can apply that to here, anywhere on the car.
Same process.
Same process, man. Y'all stay tuned for part 2 of this, and hopefully we have some good updates by then.
Peace.